Hello everyone, I'm back. Pardon me, thanks. Hold on. Because I know for a fact I can get all the tabs back or watch whatever it was back. Well, I closed it. Now I'm hoping for the best. So, hello, I am back. I messed around with the settings a little bit. I don't know how good or bad it is, or if it's going to work. And now I have to reload this.
Paley Fest is back.
That's great. My bitrate is still bad. I think it just might be my internet connection now. Okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna roll with it because that's the way it's going. That's the way today is going. Why is it using so much computer? Can I find out to see if there are apps still running in the background? Most likely. And I might have to remove them from my computer. Oh well. Hi, sorry. There's someone I had to speak with. Also, is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the butt to try to get this uploaded to YouTube. Unless I wanted to space it out. But no, that's not the way that I should go about that. But no, I may mute for a bit to give my voice a rest. Because I don't know why my throat hurts extremely badly. So, we're gonna see if this thing was the solution for my tech problems. It seems like it was, but I'm never sure. So, I'm gonna mute now.
Starbucks pistachio cream.
Oh, I should have done that before. Ooh, I like this song. You're welcome. Just like you. I don't know the lyrics to this one, but I listened to it enough that I can hum along to the melody. I still don't know why my voice is so scratchy. And the bad thing is, for work, I've taken enough sick days where it's just like, alright, calm down, body. Fight those not good things. I always forget at like an hour and a half into stream, it gets down to there. Or almost 2 hours, I should say. But that's mostly because it doesn't say 2 hours on the thing because I've had tech issues, so I've had to restart stream twice now. And the only bitrate issue was at the beginning. So, and now, because it's trying to capture my voice too. Maybe it's my voice. Maybe it's saying, don't speak. It's like, how dare you? I want to give my opinions about Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm going to turn up the music and I'm gonna take a break. Um, Mostly just use the bathroom and all of that, so get water and all that fun stuff. So enjoy the docile tunes of lo-fi Five Nights at Freddy's music for right now. I'll be back in a little bit.
Right now, you're
You know,
listening to all your music on
it
shuffle
would have
mode with the
been.
Spotify free experience.
It's not on shuffle right now, but okay. I've been muted this entire time. That's fun. Anyways, this is fun. You know, I haven't had any bitrate issues, so that's nice. For once. I'm pretty sure my mic is working. So, I call this a win. And my camera's not jumpy, so another win. Ooh. Wait. I can. Okay. Sometimes with the web browser version, you can slide it back to the beginning of a song. One of these days, I'm gonna start stream, and then all of a sudden, I'll know all the lyrics to all of the songs in this playlist that are lo-fi-ified, if that makes sense. Okay. I scroll down the playlist to the next album, thinking that that will gauge how long I've been streaming. It doesn't. Putting that out there. It doesn't. I don't know. Just maybe it's some kind of placebo thing of like, oh, if I get to this, then I'm doing good. mean, I always know what I do, and mistakes. Yep. You know, one of these times I'm just gonna go through the entirety of Five Nights at Freddy's music. I don't care if I get copyright, but like, one of these days, just not today. Nothing to swan. I can't sing. I just know the lyrics. So I apologize. Sometimes, unironically, I'll put this playlist on while I'm doing something else. Most of the time it's Minecraft, but that's usually it. And I know some of the lyrics of this one, even though this is one of the older songs. Shoot. Every single time, I'm scared that I'll get the crochet hook stuck in the stitch. But then it's fine. every once in a while when there's like a bit be like a bit of a pause in between the songs, just all of a sudden I can hear the wind and it's like, I'm glad I'm not outside. I also love how I actively encourage customers when it's nice out to go outside. And then I never do. That's why it's funny to me. There we go. I can update it to 29. Beautiful. The goal every week is to get at least 10 squares made. Is that actually gonna happen though? No. Granted, ideally it would be more per week. So then there's plenty of plenty of time to put it together and then give it as a gift, but that's the ideal solution. Stop. Every once in a while, I think I accidentally do an extra little cluster of 3, but I don't. I'm just silly.
Hey, Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to today's top hits. The hottest.
No, I'd rather not. Thank you very much. Okay. Here we go. Itchy nose. Oh my god. You know the wind is bad when you can hear it over the music. I'm just curious if you can hear the wind. It'd be interesting if you could. That's all I'm gonna say. Actually, this might be overly ambitious, but I want to get to 40 squares made. Not like an additional 40, but I just want to get to 40. So I can say I'm almost halfway there. And also to feel a little bit more accomplished rather than making only a couple more. Granted, for the third week of doing this, doing pretty good. But I don't know, I might start early in the day and just kind of stream all day. I just never know. Okay, I'm sorry. I had a very important question to ask someone who is very important to me. So, needless to say, I love it when technology works for me. It's great. Because most of the time, technology doesn't like to work for me, so. Yeah. And voila! We're at 30. Now to just get to 40 is not gonna take as long as I thought. Granted. Okay. Okay. Every single time I'm like, okay, is this gonna be perfect? No. That's fine. Okay. Kim. There we go. Just watch when I'm putting all of these together that it will unravel itself. I can never tell if it's too loud. So maybe that's enough loud for now. You know what I've realized recently is that I haven't done content creation, like YouTube content creation, for years, and I don't know if people are able to even find those videos. Besides, like, classmates and stuff, but my brain sometimes goes into like content mode where it's like, ooh, that can be made into this kind of a video, or I'll think more like a content creator than I will like a fan of something, which typically is the case whenever it comes to any content creator whatsoever saying something or speaking out, or so. Every single time I'm like, no, 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 no. Don't unravel on me. Not good, not good. But every single time a content creator speaks out about any kind of anything related to burnout, more so, I'm like, yeah, I get you. Because the reason why I stopped on the posting on that channel at all is because all of a sudden I felt like there was, like, my life was falling apart. Mind you, I was in high school at that time, so besides already feeling like the world was out to get me in some way, shape, or form, I then had massive just amounts of burnout from schoolwork, and all that. So whenever a content creator is like, I'm not doing okay content-wise, I'm burning out, and I can feel it, I'm like, no one understand that feeling except you are continuing. And I had stopped. And then I created all these accounts, and I just, like, if I want to start over and start over fresh, I'd rather do it this way. Granted, did I think that I was actually gonna do any form of content creation with these accounts? Not really. But I always just had them just in case if I ever did again. Maybe part of me just knew that I wanted to start up again. Just not the way that I was going about it. Because the way that I used to go about it was try to post weekly and then come up with an idea every week, and it was just, it all of a sudden became too much for me. Because of other projects, trying to have a social life that ended up bursting into flames. Because then a lot of times throughout the rest of my high school career, people would ask if I wanted to go out and do something, and then I would say no. All the time. Which sucked for them, but I was also the kind of person that would have rather been doing something that not would have made me money, but something that I would get something out of, rather than doing something for the fun of it. And maybe someone could argue that doing something for fun is getting something out of it, but to me at the time it wasn't. Now sometimes I do things for the fun of it. I don't constantly like force myself to do anything, but I more so make myself actively try to do more things. Ooh, eyeball, thank you. Nothing went into my eye, at least not that I think or know of. But, anyways, I try to do things more for the fun of it. And then sometimes when I schedule things to like go out and do something and have fun, my body just like, nope, you're not gonna do that. But for the most part, I just say that my body stresses me out so much that I can't really go out and do anything. Which is true. It's mostly just the making sure I can step out of my comfort zone that I enjoy more. Ooh. I can't tell if it's gonna rain or not because all of a sudden it got dark. Every once in a while, I'll make a chain 3 instead of a chain 2 and be like, hello, we're not doing that today. Thank you. Thank you, Carbonation. I appreciate that. Part of me kind of wishes that it'll rain. Mm. You know, I was gonna fully just move it over there. But then I'm like, I don't really want to do that right now. Could not tell you why. I just don't want to at the moment. Also, there are a lot of songs in the Cool and Good play or album. You know, I'm good. Okay, I did not mean to whack the desk, but okay. I'm gonna move this around. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Okay. I got it. Okay. Look at that. Rotating around. Okay. Let's not knock the camera over. Looked good. Otherwise, I will cry. And then we pause and we look, and wow, such brightness. Okay. Down, down. Does it not want to focus on my hand? It doesn't. Okay. That's cool.
There are many stories of chivalry.
Listen to the ad. There's so many ads playing. But it's worth it if I don't have to have it on shuffle for most of it, at least. There we go. I keep bumping the mic in every single. Oh. And every single time I'm just like, it'll be coming. You know? It's fine. every single time I think I add an extra row instead of keeping it at what it is, which is 4. Sometimes I think I add like 2 extra rows and I'm like, oh crap. Sometimes I forget how sensitive the mic is. And I apologize. Or I bump the mic and mute it. That's cool too. Not really, but. And there again, I thought that I did an extra. I'm like, wait, is this 4 or 5? Mostly because this part is part of 4, but whatever. It's fine. Jeepers, come on. This wind is bad. And now there's a dog in the hallway. It's almost like the world around me is filled with noise. That's crazy. For some people, it's not, though. Okay. All right. Two dogs are meeting. They're not very happy about seeing each other. Whatever will they do? Or maybe the bright side of this could be that they're just acknowledging that they're seeing each other. That's what I'm gonna go with. No. Every single time I'm like, am I close to getting like my head of ratty hair? Because no offense, today is not a good hair day for me. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh. Some dogs are just really not happy about seeing each other. Gosh, darn it. Or the smaller one is trying to instigate the larger one. I don't know that much about dogs, I should clarify. I never grew up with one, so I could not tell you. Ooh, also, update about the tattoo. My mom came into the store that I work at, and we have a couple of checkout stands, so I was in one of my coworkers that's younger than me was in the other one. We have a store policy that family members can't go through your line. Well, immediate family members can't go through your line. So, my mom went through the one right next to mine. Typically, I have my jacket on. I have a jacket that has my name on it, Anyways, I kept going like this, and she kept seeing it. And I wanted to look over to gauge her reaction, but I couldn't because I was helping a customer. I was ringing up their groceries. And oh my god. I then asked my coworker once it calmed down because Fridays are pretty busy. Anyways. I was like, yeah, that was my mom. And my coworker's like, yeah, I kind of figured. She kept glancing over. And when she said glancing over, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then also that she looked disappointed. And I'm like, oh. Hello. Hello, my good sweet smiles. How's it going? Sorry, I was just telling about my tattoo. That, well, okay. I got it literally a month ago. And I haven't told my parents yet. Well, I haven't told my dad yet. I told my mom after she saw it. And I had been told by a coworker that she looked a little disappointed, but that's besides the point. Granted, what I could have done was rat out my sister, but I didn't because I'd rather. Not too bad, thanks. Well, that's good. That is good. What did you get? Here's my tattoo. It's a bow and arrow with a little saying in it. So, you know, the place that I went to, I was like, I don't know if the mock-ups are gonna be what I want. And then after showing a couple to me, I'm like, holy cow. That is exactly what I wanted. Sometimes great minds just, they think alike, you know? It's great. But yeah, no, I wanted to choose just a little 3-word saying, so onward and upward was a good one. I could not tell you why I chose a bow and arrow, though. Oh, thank you. But no, I could not tell you why I just chose a bow and arrow. Is what popped into my head once I knew what saying I wanted to get tattooed. So, I got it done. I'm thinking now of making my tattoos themed around like the Greek gods and goddesses. So, like, with this one, I was thinking about getting like a moon or something near it to be like, this one is also Artemis. And then the other arm, Apollo. I haven't really thought of what to do yet, design wise, for that one, but I don't know, it popped into my head and I'm like, I kind of like that idea. And so I'm just gonna roll with it for now. You don't need a reason as long as you want it and it would make you happy. Yeah, that's true. I just want my tattoos to mean something, kind of. Um, but like with the Greek gods and goddesses idea, honestly, it popped into my head. And I want to roll with it, see if I can think of a good design that I would want on my arm. Well, on my other arm. But if I'm paying good money for it, technically I don't want it to mean something. I just want it to look good. So then when I get old and I have wrinkly skin there, then it can still look cool. And not like, ooh, I regret getting that tattoo kind of thing. Granted, whenever I think about getting a tattoo, sometimes I'll start to get recommended like the show Ink Masters and stuff like that. Sometimes it'll be like part of episodes or compilations. Some of them are like, the tattooers were supposed to do this, but one of them decided to go against the customer's wishes. And I'm like, ooh, tattoos protect you from cannibals. That's true. They're identifiers. So, like, bam. I'm instantly protected. So, like, yeah. um, but everyone I've shown it to, they're like, oh, that's cute. And I'm like, thank you. I didn't mean for it to be cute. I wanted it to look cool. But no, just the way that it's designed, it makes it cute. Do you have any tattoos? Might as well just throw the question out there. Because I know some people are like, ooh, yeah, tattoos are cool, but I'd never get one. But I just never know. Because ever since I was a kid, I've wanted a tattoo. So it's really just. I do not. Ooh. Okay. I don't want to convince you to get one and be considered a bad influence, but I thought it was gonna hurt a lot. I changed my mind too often and I went to art school, so it'd be hard for me to choose a permanent art department. Yeah, I was in the graphic design program at my college. So I'm very picky choosy about what I'm gonna put on my body. That's why I want to kind of create a mock-up for myself, so then I kind of know what I want, and I'm scared of the pain. I almost fainted getting my ears pierced. It hurt less than getting your ears pierced. I'm gonna say that right now, because I can remember getting my ears pierced and the pain of it. The tattoo, not as much. It was only like the little tiny fine lines on this, and like where the string of the bow is wrapped around there. Those were the only times that it actually hurt. Because one of my coworkers, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a tattoo. I have an appointment, it's scheduled. And she's like, ooh, tattoos hurt real bad. And I'm like, ooh. I overthink it and get nauseous easily. I get you. But I was also kind of telling the tattooer, which by the way, I shouldn't have done. But I'm like, and also, if, like, I don't want to get another one, I can just, it'll be my, I know the experience and I got it. Like, I know what this experience is like, and I just don't want to experience more of it. But it took almost a month before I was like, I want to get another one. Which, it might be good, it might be bad. It depends. Also, it probably depends how much money I want to put towards putting permanent art on me. So, that's the way that I look at it. It's how much do I want to put towards turning my body into an art piece, pretty much. Or how much of my body would I want to get tattooed? Which most of the time, it's like, I don't want my whole body tattooed. And then another one of my coworkers is like, yeah, no, I know this guy, and he's getting like a full body tattoo, like full body tattoos. And I'm like, I could never. Like, all the power to you, man. I don't want my whole entire body tattooed. That's just, oh, that's too much. And face tattoos, I could never. On my arms, though, and maybe my legs. That would be it. Exactly, if I'm gonna do it, I want to go all out and be happy with the end piece. Yeah, exactly. And even if I decide that I don't want any more tattoos, and it's probably just the part of me that's like, okay, I did this once, I can do it again, kind of thing. If that part decides to die down, then I'll be like, well, I got this one, and it looks nice. I just have no idea what I'd want to do for an Apollo tattoo. Because that's where my brain was going. It's like, alright, if I already did Artemis, then I can do Apollo. I just don't know what to get yet, but I can do it. And then I was thinking about it more, and then I'm like, then what would I do for Zeus? Like just a plain lightning bolt, or would I add more to it? And Poseidon, what would I do there? Hades, that one's an iffy one, not gonna lie. Astronaut? Maybe. Maybe. That one's actually probably a good one. Wait, for which Greek god though? Zeus? Because that's the one that I can think of right now. That would be related to space. Ooh, wait, Aries. What would I even do for that? Because I could see someone getting Apollo because... Okay, that's clever. That's actually clever. I'm gonna write that down after stream. Because that is clever. Okay. I get it. And I like it. Okay. Now part of me is like going down the names. There's Aries. And then I don't know what I'd do because I feel like you'd get Aries and Hades mixed up. If you did something like helmet related. Stop with the egg. My goodness. Anyways, I feel like it would just, those two would get confusing. And if I did run out of space on my arms, we'd move to legs. But it's gonna be a process for me to think fully about them. Well, besides the Apollo one, we've got that one down. It's gonna be a lot of brainstorming for me. But I'm okay with that because I like brainstorming creative things like that. Do you like zodiacs? I'm iffy about it. Like, I know what my zodiac sign is. It's just, I'm not fully into it like a lot of people are. Like, my sister, for her first tattoo, got like all the like Capricorn type zodiac stuff on like part of her chest, and I'm like, that had to hurt, my dude. I'm just putting that out there. But I'm just iffy about it, because sometimes I just feel like there are some people that, or some creators I should say, that that's their whole thing, and then there's me that's just like, I'm here. I was born in January. Yeah. Like, fight me. But don't, because I have the strength of... I don't even know. I'm weak. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Ooh, happy belated birthday. Thank you. You know, very occasionally I'll say, oh, we have the same birthday month to a customer because they're buying alcohol or tobacco. And then they'll say, oh, happy belated birthday. And I'm like, no, happy belated birthday to you. We have the same birth month. So, every once in a while I get a good little chuckle about it. But there are some people that I share, like, my birthday with, and I'm like, oh, we have the same birthday. We're birthday buddies now. Not in that exact way, because the way that that sounds is, like, a little weird. Well, that's cute. Thanks. But, like, we're birthday buddies. Yeah. We're not born in the same year. I once had the exact same birthday with the boss. Yeah, that happens. My boss's grandchild was born this year, like, on my birthday. And I'm like, well, hey, my birthday, that's one of the best days. What can I say? So, like, there's multiple people now that are just, whenever they buy alcohol and I have to verify their age, they're like, same birthday as you, just 19 something. And I'm like, oh, that's right. Because I just forget those things. Because I'm like, birthday? Same birthday as you, just different year. And I'm like, right, sorry. They're like, it's fine. I'm like, but it's not though, because we're birthday buddies. How dare I forget? But no, where I work, if I had the same birthday as my boss, it would very much so be like a happy birthday contest between each other. Of just saying happy birthday. Granted, I would probably forget because I would think it's the same as every other day. And then they'd say happy birthday, and I'm like, no, happy birthday to you. They're like, it's your, it's like, nope, it's your birthday, not mine. Only one of us can turn a year older this year. And I don't feel like it. 19 something? Yep. Yep. It's every single time though. because this one lady comes in, and I'm always like watching over the self-checkouts. And every single time, because she buys cigarettes, she's like, same birthday as you, just different year. I'm like, right, but what is that year? And then she'll tell me, and I'm like, right, duh. She'll be like, it's okay. But I love customers that I can talk to. Like, they treat me like an actual person. It's nice. Because there have been some customers that come in and they're like, nope, that's the help. And I'm like, right, I know that, but also I'm a person. And this isn't a different time period. It is modern times where we don't really say that to people anymore. Because it can be offensive. But I get it when people grow up in different times, but don't gotta say it like that. It's like, geez, way to hurt my feelings. You know, wait, I was in high school and someone said that to my, well, not to my face, but I was in the area and this little kid wanted to go out a different door. I was working at a different place than I am now, but they wanted to go out a different door that typically employees would just take. And the kid's father, in the UK, cigarettes are kept behind a special counter. They can't pay for them at self-checkout. In the US, we can scan them. It's just every single time a customer gets annoyed because we have to verify their age. And I'm like, look, you wanted to buy them? Have to verify your age. Sorry. Just store policy. Every single time, though, I say store policy, they sigh again, and they're like, oh, fine. And it's like, you don't have to buy this here. You could go somewhere else if you feel that strongly about it. Because it'd be the same over here as it would at a regular check stand. Just pointing that out. But some people just are not in a good mood some days. And then they take it out on you instead of dealing with it themselves. Like other people do. Oh, what was it? Oh yeah, at the place I was before this, when I was checker, sometimes they would say that you can buy alcohol or tobacco at the self-checkouts because they just didn't want to deal with having to always have a manager come over and scan their card a bajillion times just to get their age verified. But now, I don't know. I guess I never really bought alcohol there. Granted, that one store has their own little wine section. What did I do? I didn't do much. There we go. Because there's a wine section there, and people, if they really are that upset about it, can go to that side of the store and pay for it over there. And then just show the receipt when they're paying for their other groceries. It's not that hard. At least to me, it's not that hard to hold on to a receipt. To just show when you're paying for other groceries. But I guess to each their own. Hold on. Oh, so slowly getting through this. There we go. Every single time, whenever I do that, the stitch is too tight, but that's okay. Anyways, working in retail slash customer service is so much fun. I recommend that everyone does work in retail at some point in their life. Specifically, when you're a teen. Because, or even in like food service, it should be mandatory. So then everyone around the board knows how to treat employees of the establishment they decide to go to. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like a restaurant, grocery store. Everyone should have at least a year's worth of experience in one of those places. And then if you can't handle being there for a year, then you should reevaluate how you treat people. I've never done retail, just worked as a cook. Yeah, that was my first job. I worked as a cook at Pizza Hut. That was my first ever job, and I wanted to work there. But my parents, they were just like, "Are you sure you want to work there?" And I'm like, "Yep." They're like, "Okay." Needless to say, when people ordered like a specialty pizza and then said like they didn't want anything that was on the specialty pizza on their pizza, and then we tried to tell them, so cheese pizza. Every single time, it's just like, do you think we're dumb and can't read? You're joking. But it'd be funny every once in a while to see one of them pop up on the little screen that we have back there. I only took one picture of that, and to me it was the most hilarious thing in the world. I literally stopped cooking. I stopped preparing it, and I'm like, I just stared at it for like a good minute before my coworkers. Can I have a Hawaiian pizza with no ham and extra anchovies, please? Sure, go right ahead. Mm. Also, with Pizza Hut, yep, with Pizza Hut. There's sometimes some things are region specific, or like specific stores have certain things, even though sometimes online it'll say that they have all the ingredients. So, more times than not, um, we'd have to call um people that ordered, oh shoot, what was it? I think it was sauerkraut on their pizza, because we never got sauerkraut. We'd have to call them and say, was there something else that you wanted on the pizza? Because we don't have sauerkraut. And sometimes it would be like they were charged an extra, I don't even know how much it would be for putting sauerkraut on there. And it's like, I don't know what you want us to do, because none of us can drive to our local grocery store at the moment to pick up sauerkraut specifically for this pizza. Sorry about that. It's not our fault that you wanted sauerkraut on it, is essentially what my manager always had to say. And I think it was the same people every single time. You're mad at Domino's. They refused to make a meaty pizza with beef and cheese for me. Yeah, sometimes with big chains, they don't they don't like to skimp out on things specifically, or they don't like to go the extra mile sometimes for specific people. Um, but if by chance they happen to know you and yada yada yada, then very rarely will that happen. Um, Granted, um, the place I worked at, sometimes there would be, I think it's the same lady, sometimes it would be a different lady. Whenever she would pick up her pizza, she would give a few extra dollars and say, this is for everyone in there that's working right now. And I'm like, hello, I'm $1 richer. Heck yeah. Like, I can get a vegan pizza, but they won't put meat on it for me. I I think it just confuses them when you want to put meat on it, simply because vegans don't eat meat. So that's why they probably won't do it. Granted, I don't want to cause drama, but there are some people in the area that are Jewish and they're not supposed to have pork, but they would order pork on their pizza, or they would forget about it, and then they would be upset that there was pork on there. And it's just like you could read for what's gonna be on the meat lovers pizza. Um, trying to think of, oh yeah, someone wanted the meat lovers pizza. It sounded like they had a different preparation areas for the vegan pizza, but it's not like I had a dairy allergy. It's just an intolerance, so they can just prepare it in the meat section. Um, it's more so for sanitary reasons because I know in the 4 hours of little videos training, um granted Domino's and Pizza Hut are very different. I know and understand that, but whenever you would be like putting beef um on a pizza, you would have to change your gloves if you're gonna put even like Italian sausage on it. Um, it's just probably sanitary reasons. That's probably as far as I'll go defending Domino's there because I haven't had firsthand experience in Domino's. But I'm assuming that's what it was. It more so sanitary. Right, but it baffles me why they can't get a little tub of vegan cheese and carry it over to the meat section and build the pizza there. Yeah, it baffles me too. It's just going back to my days as a cook. It just could be sometimes laziness. I know because sometimes I'd be like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Because sometimes when people would order specialty pizzas, they would get something else on it too. Like the people who wanted the meat lovers but wanted chicken on it. Um I had to change my gloves like 5 different times just for one pizza kind of thing. It's more so probably just contamination issues. I guess it would also depend how they build their pizzas. Because some people, I should say, some places, they put the cheese on top. I suspect they didn't want a lawsuit, maybe. Some people will take a photo and complain that Domino's puts meat in their vegan stuff. Maybe. Um, maybe not. I don't know. It would, it probably just depends on which location you chose to. Sometimes even like going in person and being like, hey, so would it be okay if I got vegan cheese on this pizza instead? And even if they say no, then it's just like, well, I tried. That's how I look at things. Because most of the time it's just, well, I tried. I asked. So that is me trying and attempting. I think I tried it at least 2 separate places. Yeah, it could just be a policy thing too. But also, that scenario is what my mom would be like, well, the customer's always right. And I'm like, yes, sometimes, to a point. Because there's always a cutoff where their lip won't allow meat to be added to vegan pizzas. Yeah. It's it's mostly probably then policy thing, because maybe they've had an issue with it in the past where someone had complained that there is meat on their vegan pizza. Be like, I can't eat this because there's meat on it. So I bet you it's on there because multiple other people who have an intolerance to dairy have probably tried it too, or at least tried to get vegan cheese on their pizza instead of the regular cheese. I question, have you ever said, can I substitute the regular cheese for the vegan cheese? Because it could also be just the way that it's being worded. People do tend to be stupid and not read what they're ordering. Yeah, yeah. It's it's just funny to me when people don't read what they're ordering. Um because even in retail now, cuz sometimes specific deals they bring up a little weird on our monitor pricing. Yeah, pricing is something that people never pay attention to, ever. And it's sometimes a little funny because even now I'll bring up the one that is on sale and they're like, but this is the smaller one. And it's like, that's the one that's on sale. I'll be like, well, then your sign is in the wrong spot. And it's like, nope, I checked. Wasn't in the wrong spot. And then those are cases where we do get Karens complaining about specific um, employees being rude or stuff like that. Because sometimes, after one of my coworkers works in the self checkout area, I'll get the same customers that that person did because they're so used to self checkout. That it's just funny because sometimes they're like, "Oh, you're much nicer than the person who was here yesterday," and I'm like, well, "What do you mean? How mean were they?" And it's like, "No, that coworker's just sassy. Gotta have a little bit of fun." And sometimes that fun comes in sass. Also, people do not um I noticed this because I have the McDonald's app. Because sometimes I want to have McDonald's. It's very rarely, but with the Shamrock Shake being out, heck yeah. Because most of the time, I'm like, if I can only have one Shamrock Shake, I think I'll live. Anyways, people don't pay attention, even when it's like 60 cents or plus 60 cents, meaning it adds 60 more cents onto your thing. Can't stand working in a customer facing job. I prefer to be back of house. Yeah, it's just the store that I work at, the grocery store that I work at, there's not really much back of house, kind of, jobs. There is, but it's only for like one person specifically. Because that person can't, I guess, do much else. But dealing with customers sometimes is the worst, but it's also the best. Because sometimes, they want to talk to us about politics. And I think 3 times since I've started working here, it's been brought up in like, I was gonna say part-time meetings too, but no, it's mostly just full-time meetings. Like, do not talk about politics. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm just about the only person, minus like 2 other people, that do not talk about politics. And I've had to be the person to remind coworkers, hey, don't talk about politics. Bad idea. Do not talk about personal politics. Granted, most things in the US are, at this point, political almost. Just sweep it under the rug. Talk about something else. Because whenever a customer starts talking about politics to me, I'm just like, sure. Yep. Whatever you say. And then sometimes they'll end the conversation with, do you even have an opinion? And then sometimes, just to kind of piss them off, I'm like, what? I do, but just as the women in the past, I cannot voice that opinion at this point in time. Sorry to say. Then sometimes they'll try to get it out of me, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. Have a good day. And then they leave. Granted, those customers probably think I'm a complete bitch, but I'd rather have them thinking that I'm a bitch rather than being in trouble at work. So, I forget how sensitive the mic is sometimes. But yeah, sometimes customer interaction is just funny like that. So if it's just colleagues talking amongst themselves in the background, will politics be bad to talk about also. Um, Given the circumstances in America and some of my coworkers, it depends what topics it is. But most of the time, I'm empathetic enough that I can tell if someone's starting to get pissed off. So I'll step in if I need to be. That kind of mediator. But most of the time, it's who are you voting for kind of thing. And it's like, why would I tell you? I know we're coworkers, we spend most of our time together, but why would I tell you? Kind of thing. It's my own personal preference. So. And I also don't pay attention to politics anyway, so. Who knows? I might not even vote. But other people should. Other Americans should. Just anyone should vote. I just feel like I'm not involved in politics or know enough about politics to vote. And I don't want to be a part of the hive mind of people where they're like, no, vote for this person because this, and this. It's kind of more of a taboo topic that sometimes tears people up. But if it's in, like, the back room, it depends. It really depends. Because if it's who are you voting for, it's fine. But if it's about, like, something that is more personal, then it's a big no-no. Because I've almost had to step in a few times for a coworker specifically because of who they are, kind of thing. And I get it, people have different opinions about trans people and non-binary people, but it's just, you can leave that out of the workplace, because if that employee is a good employee and shows up for their shifts and does the work, then it shouldn't matter in that case. Because America, where almost everything is political in some way, shape, or form. It's so much fun. Not really. It's not. But also in America, where I am, if you just bring up politics just about any time, it's very much so kind of like, it's kind of a no-no, because it ends up with people being not very kind to each other. Granted, for some people, it's like sweeping water under the rug if you get into a fight about it, and then other people, it matters a lot. So, most of the time, I just don't bring it up, and then if it gets brought up, I just try to steer the conversation somewhere else. I'm like, hey, let's not talk about politics at Thanksgiving. Let's just have a good time because we don't see each other much, you know? And then sometimes they're like, yeah, we don't really see each other much. And then start reminiscing about old times. And I'm like, I think I won this conversation. Thank you very much. But at work, I just try to make sure that people aren't going overboard with it. Because where I live, there's a lot of homophobic and transphobic people, and I don't feel bad about airing that out, because it's true. Because most of the time, if there's anything pride related, like poster wise, it's more so just like, don't bring it up kind of thing. But it's also like, really? Can't let people be prideful of who they are. But whatever. Maybe it's because they have a little bias there. Oh, but I'm sure if, well, not if, it's when it gets closer, people are going to want to talk about politics a lot. There is one customer, though, that my manager had to ask to not talk about politics to the employees. And he said, well, if I can't talk about that, then I'm just gonna shop somewhere else. And I'm like, okay. I'm okay with that. And I've never seen him since. So, needless to say, I'm glad about that. And I'm gonna need to take a break here in a second. Even though, yes, I just started another one. I will update it, the Granny Square counter, and then take a break. Actually, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put exclamation care into the chat. Well, if I can do it correctly, that would be cool. And then I am going to take a bit of a break just to get up, stretch, move around a little bit in the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. So, make sure that you're taking a break too, getting up, walking around, moving, all that fun stuff. And I will be back in about 5 minutes. Right after I update this, because it's only changing one digit. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. I will be back in a bit.
and shine feeling more like rise and wine? Get your sleep together with Natral Melatonin Gummies and conquer your mornings so you can conquer your goals. Natral Melatonin helps reset your sleep cycle. They're made with clean ingredients and help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up rested and ready to conquer the day. Click or tap now to shop. This product helps with occasional
Sorry. I just wanted to make sure that my girlfriend could talk freely. So, I'm back. I'm officially back. And I can talk. It's crazy. It's crazy what unmuting will do. But, yeah, sorry. Just crocheting. Okay. Part of me now is just like, do I want to go until I hit 40 today? And I'm like, yes, I already said that I would. It's just, stop it. Wait, hold on. Why does this song sound like... Hold on. I have to pull it up. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you'd be able to hear it. You might. Well, if I unmute the site, that is. Of course, there's an ad right now. I don't know if it's gonna be this first song. That's part of it, but... No, it's not. It's further in. It's like the baby sensory videos. With all the fruit. That's what this sounds like. I'm sorry. I'm getting flashbacks to when that was the popular thing to play. Whenever someone wanted to take a break, everyone, I remember in Aimsy's chat, they love those sensory videos. 'Cause I joined once right before they were taking a break. And, yeah, it was just the entire chat turned into a baby sensory video. And I'm like, hello? Did I miss something? And then I don't know if it was before Tubbo's, Tubathon, which, by the way, that is happening right now. I almost lost my camera to the void behind my desk. That's fine. It's all fine. But almost every single night, it was before a movie played, that he, or his mods played one of the baby sensory videos. 'Cause chat asked for it. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Oh, also, because what my girlfriend was making was in kind of like this conventional oven. I, for a second, thought that she didn't use, like, a pot holder to, or, like, a hot pad to take it out, or whatever the hell you call it. I've heard it be called a lot of different things. Anyways, um, I, like, glanced back at her, saw it, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Now, see, if you were my dad, you would have just grabbed it with your bare hand and then just went, ooh, that was hot. Apparently, that's shocking to hear. Oh, I don't care about you, ad. Thank you very much. No. But yeah, it's been interesting. I thought it was I thought it was music, but no, it's just an ad for Yao Mix. Let's chill. Thank you. Um, great. Okay. So earlier in the stream, talked about Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I did not even like touch the Percy Jackson series. And while yes, it the movies were good, the books amazing, but I feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender, this live action show, and the Percy Jackson series that's on Disney Plus. I know a lot of people haven't seen it. This is kind of spoiler free. It's it's all just hitting basic plot points, and it feels like there's barely any character development or like relationship building between all of the characters. It's just like, here is this person and this person, and then all of a sudden, 2 scenes later, they're friends. It's like, okay. Did not see that one coming so quickly, but okay. It just, it feels rushed. Granted, it probably feels so rushed is because they don't know if they're gonna get renewed for another season, which is upsetting to think about because Percy Jackson, like the book series, got me through pretty much all of my later elementary days and middle school days. So, long story short, the pacing is off. And I don't necessarily like it, but I will still watch it. So that is my biggest gripe about the whole thing. There we go. Trying to think about other shows where the pacing feels off, but those are the two main ones. Granted, they're new, but like the pacing is just off to me. And also, part of me is like, I think they got the timeline wrong. For Percy Jackson. I'm pretty sure they got the timeline. Unless there's something about it that I'm forgetting. I think they got it wrong. I can't remember. At least I had something on my TBR list. Basically a reread, but something on there nonetheless, even though I have a ton of books I need to get through. Like, I quite literally have a crap ton of books on my TBR, and then I keep buying books, so those keep getting added to the end of the TBR, and now I have like, there's probably 100 books on there that I just haven't gotten through. But every single year around the same exact time, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read more, and then it's for like 2 weeks, and then yeah. Like, I have apps to track my reading, or like to get me into a habit of reading, and I still get notifications for it. I'm just, oh boy, you know? Granted, I'm supposed to get through like 12 books this year, because I know I could if I just put more effort into it, but I don't, for the reason of I can do this and watch a YouTube video at the same time, kind of thing. It's just one of those kind of things, I think. Now, would I watch a YouTube video on stream? Kind of do a React Andy kind of thing? Maybe. It would depend. It would definitely depend on what I'm doing, or what I'm crocheting at the time. Granted, there is definitely a different way to do this, but I make it so much more difficult. It's kind of funny with how difficult I make it for myself. It's funny to me. It's just painful to watch. But also, you'd think at this point that I just fly through it. Easy peasy. No. Technically, I've been live for almost 5 hours. That's crazy. It doesn't feel like 5 hours. Yeah, no, it does not feel like 5 hours. Granted, no, I haven't technically made 10 in 5 hours. Have I? I don't think I have. But no, I might do a little extra bonus stream on Wednesday. Might. I'm not exactly sure yet. But it might be in the middle of the day for me. So it might be noon PST. Or it could be 2 o'clock PST. I don't know yet. Or it could be earlier. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. And what I'll get done. Because quite honestly, at this point, I do not know. Make sure to follow my socials though, to stay updated with that. Mostly my Instagram, I'll post a story, typically the night before. I didn't this time because I figured I had said it enough times that I didn't need to. But then I went to bed last night and I'm like, oh, I should have. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's retry that. There we go. I will definitely be making more when I'm done streaming. And I won't just be saying that because I have 100 squares to make, and then I have to attach them all. Can't just give it to someone and expect them to know how to put together the squares, you know? Um, let's see. I just made one more. What am I thinking? Did I think I made like 10 more? I didn't. I'm honestly starting to get hungry. I didn't eat lunch today, so I might have an early supper, late lunch. But I want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out, and I am gonna find someone to raid into. You know what? Let's raid someone. Who is pretty darn cool, I think. So, send them. Oh, dang it. Well, I can't write that person at this time. Darn it. Well, let's see who else is here. Um, let's see. Let's see. Who should I raid into? Hold on, I just want to see if I could even try. Dang it. Okay. Well, tried. We are gonna be raiding into Star. I hope you send her all the love and appreciation in the world. And I will be seeing all of you over there in a little bit. Alright? Bye, everyone.